Now, the problem most of us have when it comes to livestock farming is that we don't research enough. We don't make the necessary researches before we dive into livestock farming, thinking that, oh, we saw Mr. A doing it, he's doing very well, now we should go into it and we will also do well. That's the problem most of us have. We just get into things because of hearsay or because of what we are seeing. Now, you might see me, you might come to my farm, see that everything is going very, very well, but you don't know the challenges I'm facing. And now we human beings, especially us here in Africa, we love to dissociate ourselves to the bad and focus on the good, which is not good at all. If you want to get into a business, you should try your best to know the bad sides first. That is the paramount. You should always try to know the bad sides first before you even talk about the good side. Now, a business can be generating 10 million, which will be good to you, but if you check at the bad side, they are losing 20 million every year, which is very, very bad. So your main focus should be knowing the bad sides of every business you want to get into before you start telling yourself about the good side. Now, as livestock farmers, pig, goats, chicken, fishery, all of them, there are a lot of things that most of us don't know, or don't even care to know, or don't even make effort to research on before we get into that particular livestock farming. So many times, in fact, what is motivating me to make this video, what motivated me to make this video is the fact that I've been receiving calls from here to here that their farms are having issues. The people they gave their money to manage the farm for them are telling them stories. You know, so many issues which I want to address today. Now, probably no other channel will tell you some of the things I tell you people, because I focus on the advices, on the practical aspect of it. The major reason why your farm will fail is because you don't know much about it. That's it. If you understand what you are putting your money into, it will be hard for it to fail. Even if you are not there to manage your farm, you can easily educate those who can help manage it. But it's a situation whereby you don't know anything about pig farming, you don't know anything about goat farming, you don't know anything about cat farming, and you want to invest your money into it. What do you expect? The people who you think know it might end up taking advantage of you, or might end up mismanaging it and taking your money. That's what I always tell people. When it comes to investments, don't invest in what you don't know. That is like one of the core principles of investment. Invest in what you understand. For example, I understand pig farming, I understand goat farming, I understand cattle farming. That's why I put my money there, because that is what I understand. If I go there tomorrow and I'm not seeing what I'm meant to be seeing, I can easily call my workers to order. But it's a situation whereby you don't know anything about it, yet you hear that, you know, this thing is giving people money, this thing is making people millionaires, and you get into it. What do you expect? It will fall. Instead of you getting a million naira, the million naira you put will go away. It will disappear. Now, people, okay, some time ago, a guy called me that his farm is having a lot of problems, that he's even planning on closing down the farm. The first thing I asked this person is, do you go to your farm regularly? He said no. Do you know some things about what you invested into? He said no. Then I was like, what made you do to start pig farming? That's pig farming. He's doing goat farming and pig farming. He just said that he just liked it and he put his money there. I was like, wow, that is not how it works. If you want to invest into something, you learn about it. Even if you don't want to be going there every time. Some people don't like going to a farm environment. You can easily, you know, educate people. Tell them what to do when you're not around, so that they can be able to do it very well. Not a situation whereby you stay in your house, or you stay somewhere else, or you might be working a full-time job, and you put your money into what you don't know anything about, and you take somebody and put there and say, manage this thing for me. And probably the person you put there doesn't even know what to do in the farm. All he knows is clean, wake up, clean the animals, feed them. How to formulate feed, he doesn't know. How to inject, he doesn't know. Necessary injections, he doesn't know. That is what is happening for most. That is why most people are closing their farms down, because you people keep on investing in what you don't understand. Now, I'm not the kind of person that will come and sugarcoat livestock farming for you people. It's very difficult. It's very, very hard. It's full of challenges. In fact, more challenges than any other business I've seen, because for all my life I've done several businesses. Farming, livestock farming especially, proves to be the most difficult, because now let me say I'm a warehouse owner, or I have a shop. I can pack 40 containers of goods in my shop. If I'm there, if I'm not there, that goods will still be there. But in in livestock farming, I can pack 40 goods in my farm. If I'm not there, I might lose 3 goods. If I'm not there, if I don't go there for 1 month, my workers might mismanage everything, and my animals will die off. That is the risk of livestock farming. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you the real fact. People keep on investing in what they don't know, and that is the problem they have. You see that a farm will start today and tomorrow it will close. And it's even worse because I see the people, in fact, the biggest losers of this are those who are investing from overseas. They are the biggest losers, because investing in what you don't know is a different case. Now, not being where your investment is another different case. For me, my core principle is sleep where your money is. Sleep where your money is. If your money is in Nigeria, sleep where your money is, which is Nigeria. If your money is in Europe, go to Europe and base. You can't serve 2 masters at the same time, unless you have a reasonable, trusted person that can manage your farm for you. That's the only way. Unless you have somebody you know that you can bet your life with, that this guy can do a very fantastic job for me if I'm there or if I'm not there. That is the only time your farm can work, because I'm tired of seeing people calling me, telling me that their farms are closing down or their farm is not making for them money, which is very, very bad. Because now you might ask me, why do I feel bad for them? I feel bad for them because I'm a core believer of even 1 naira should bear more fruits. That's my own belief. Even 1 naira should bear more fruits. Now, a situation whereby somebody is putting 7 million, 30 million in a farm project and it's failed, and they're calling me, I will feel bad, of course. I'll feel bad, of course, because that money is money that should have been, multiplying by now, but it has gone it has disappeared. It has gone to the air. So, the essence of making this video today is to, tell you guys those things that no other channel on YouTube will probably tell you guys. Because I tell you guys the good side, I tell you guys the bad sides. Because my aim on this channel is to be able to show you guys all as much as you want to know. But at the end of the day, if you still need more, like I always tell people, book a consultation section with me or pay me to tell you more. Because valuable information comes in different packages. You get the free one, I get the ones that are very, very much more important than the free ones, which are the ones I share on my YouTube. Those ones that, almost anybody can, understand that aspect. But if you want other reasonable things, then you have to pay me for my time to explain everything very well to you. Now, what are those 5 advices that every livestock farmer needs? Now, whether you are a livestock farmer, a goat farmer, a pig farmer, a cattle farmer, this video and this advices applies to you. Because these are the common mistakes I see people making every time. People keep on making these mistakes. So, what is the first advice for you as a livestock farmer? Number 1, people make this one very well, especially those who have enough finances. Don't start big. Even if you have too much money to invest, start small, gain the experience and grow. Now, let me tell you guys a story. There is this man, I got to know him when he reached out to me. He told me that he was starting a pig farm. The man is based, I think, I forgot the country, but it should be either UK or Germany, something like that. So he told me that he was about to start a farm. in Lagos because he's based in his family is in Lagos. And now that as he was going to start his farm, that his brother is going to be the one to manage the farm for him. I told him no problem. My own job is to advise you. If you pay me, which almost every other person does when they come to me for help, they pay me for my time. Now, the first thing he asked me is, how many pigs do you think I should put? I told him, for someone who's not going to be in the country, because I always tell people the truth of the matter. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm here to tell people the facts. Now, I told him that for someone who is not in the country, assuming you are in the country, I would be like, okay, you can easily learn the ropes, the ins and outs of this pig farming, and then you can invest the money into it. But for someone who's not in the country, who's going to leave your investment, for someone who doesn't have as much interest for it to grow as much as you, it's better you start small and weigh your options after like 1 year or 2 years to see if you can continue the investment. I was like, the major reason why people are investing in goat farming, pig farming, cat farming is because they think they will become rich overnight. And that is the information you get online. If you go to the internet, they'll tell you can make 50 million, 5 million, 10 million overnight when it comes to livestock farming, which is a big lie. Unless you are going to there with experience and with a lot of finances. That's the only time you can make such amount of money within that short period of time. Any other thing apart from that, you are going to fail. That's it. Now, he asked me how many pigs should I start with. I told him, okay, you can start with 20. Because your brother has to gain the experience first. The people that is going to work with your brothers, they have to gain the experience too, before you can add as many as you want. Now, the next thing, then after some time, because he paid me for this consultation, because I gave him many advices, almost everything he needed to know on how to start a pig farm on one-on-one. So, after that consultation section, which I told him that, as far as you have paid, you can reach out to me anytime and I will, help you. As far as you have paid that fee, you can reach out to me anytime. Even if till we die, you can reach out to me. So, after some months, he came back to me. He messaged me again that he has started the farm, but that things are not moving very well. And then what shocked me the most was that he told me that he bought 300 weaned pigs. That's piglets, small pigs. I was like, I told you to buy 20. Why did you go and buy 300? It was like he had the money and his brother also advised him to buy many because that is what will make the business more profitable. That's what his brother told him. That his brother in Nigeria told him that you should buy as many as possible. And I was like, like inside of me, I was like, I advised you and that, and you went and took another route, which is fine by me. Is your money, is your farm, it's not mine. So the next thing he started telling me that he spends so much on feed, in fact that he can't cope again with the feeding costs. He can't cope again with the things that his brothers are telling him about the pigs, that some pigs will die today, some pigs will die tomorrow. That is as if the farm is now overwhelming his brother. Like it's as if the farm is now becoming too much of a burden to his brother. That from the way he's seen it, that his brother has no much interest again in the farm business. I was like, that's it. For someone who doesn't have the experience, for someone who doesn't understand the business very well, starting out with many, number one, you might end up not coping with the feed cost because these animals eat, even if they are goats or grass. You might need to plant pasture for them. You might need extra workers to take them to the bushes where they eat. That's if you are doing open grazing. You might need more workers to help them graze. Now, it might overwhelm you if you start big because at the end of the day, our expectations is not reality. We might be expecting that, I can do this, but if you enter that business, you find out that it's a whole different ballgame. Now, my advice to people is to always start small. Even if you're not going to be there, start small. Gain the experience. The experience is very, very necessary. You can't do anything in livestock farming without experience. Because for me now, I've spent a good number of years raising animals. There are some things I will see and I'll know what to do immediately. But if I don't have the experience, there are things I will see and I'll panic. You will be stressed if you start with too many animals. Because too many animals is equals to too many problems. And it's equals to failure if you don't have the experience. Now it will be easy for me who have raised 20, who have raised 50, who has raised 100 to be able to raise 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 5,000. But if I leave 20, leave 100, leave 200, and then start raising 1,000 animals, I'm bound to have issues unless I have the necessary personnel who are going to be at the farm 247. That's the only time it can work. But if I'm starting it on my own or with some workers who don't have much experience, there's bound to be issues. Now the next thing is invest in valuable information. Learn to pay those who know it more than you to learn from them. Now one thing I've discovered from people, one thing I've learned one thing I've known about people is that we Africans, we black, okay, it's not black, I'm going to use the word black, but we Africans, we hate, we don't like using our money to buy information or to get reasonable information. To us, we can do it on our own, which is equals to failure. Because I don't know any reason why. See, people have different mentalities, and now if you have a mentality that you can, do something on your own without even having the experience, it's very, very bad. If you don't know something, try to find out those who know it. Become their mentees. Learn from them. If possible, pay them to get that information, because at the end of the day, for you to get valuable information which can help your life, you have to pay that person, because that's the only time they can have the time to help you, because at the end of it all, we are all human beings. Money motivates us to help those who needs to be helped. Now, if you come to me, I'm a very busy person. I have things I'm doing. Now, for me to have the time to help you very well, you have to pay me. If I demand for a fee, you give it to me and I help you squarely. It will help you to run your farm successfully. You are not even helping me with your money. You are helping yourself. Because if you avoid pay, now what I've seen in most cases is that, for example, someone will see a situation whereby they can easily pay, let me use a scenario like this, 500,000 naira to learn a skill that will help them succeed in their business. Now they'll be like, oh, this 500,000 naira is too big. But they will use 20 million naira and invest in a business that they don't have necessary knowledge about or information about, and lose that 20 million naira because you failed to invest 500,000 naira, which is very, very little compared to the amount of investment you made, which is very, very little. And now, because of that 500,000 naira, you have lost 20 million naira. As in, it's funny to me, because the core principle of any business is understanding that business very well. And you can't understand a business if you don't have those who are experienced guiding you. That's the problem we have right here in Africa. That's why they say that if you want to hide anything from a black man, hide it inside a book. Because Africans, we hate reading, we hate researches, we hate making the necessary information that will help us to succeed in this thing. An African man will rather not pay 500,000 naira to learn a skill that will help him succeed in his business, but he will prefer to invest 20 million naira in that business and fail. It's now after he has failed, he will now be looking for what made him fail, and he discovered that, oh, I did not get the necessary information which would have helped me succeed. Now, if you are running a pig farm, if you are running a goat farm, if you are running a cattle farm, I'm not saying you should come to me for me to help you. There are so many information online. Make your researches, but it's always paramount you pay those who know it more than you to help you, because those people, see, let me tell you people one thing. If you go online, if you go to the internet, anybody can wake up one morning and write anything on the internet and publish. You go there, you feed yourself with it, but you don't know you're feeding yourself with the wrong information. Now it's your job to find out those around you who are into this thing, who have experience in this thing, who have spent a good number of years in this thing, and tell them, help me please. Depending on how you approach them, but I will always advise people, learn to pay people for information. Learn to pay people to help you, guide you, succeed in something, because at the end of the day, you are still going to be the biggest beneficiary of it. Because if you pay somebody and learn nothing, it will help you to make more money. So at the end of the day, you are still making profits. Now you are paying somebody to help you or to get information from them, or for them to help consult you or direct you on how to run a farm or how to do something. It's not a loss, rather it's an investment, you are making the right investment towards success in your business. It's as simple as that. So why would you want to do it all on your own when you have many people? Unlike, see, the world has changed. The world is now a global village. I can be in Nigeria teaching people how to run a successful farm who are in Brazil, who are in Germany. Now imagine if you now seek that person's help. They will help you more because they have shown you all the things you are meant to know on the surface, which is online. Now if you meet them to help you or to become your mentors, they will help you even more. You can go to trainings, physical trainings. You can go around and check out those who are doing, who are succeeding in their farming, in their livestock farming, and learn from them. There is valuable information everywhere. We cannot. No man is an island. If see me personally, I've spent a good number of years raising goats, raising pigs, and cattle. But if I still see someone who is doing better than me, I'll get close to them and learn from them because I don't know it all. I don't know it all. The more you learn, the more you discover that you don't know. And what might be making your farm not to succeed might be a simple thing, which one minute talk from someone who has gained more experience than you can help you out. So learning to paying those who know it more than you to get what is in their head is not waste of money. Rather, is you investing in your success. In fact, when I meet those who are doing better than me, the first thing I tell them is that, how much can I pay you so that you can be able to guide me on this? That money aspect which I've given to them, it activates their self-interest to help me, because at the end of it all, we all have self-interest. Nobody is going to help you for free. So offering money to those people will make them to have the time to help you very well. So learn to pay those who know it more than you to help you. You can meet anybody. As far as they're doing far better than you, they will help you, especially if you pay them to do so. Now, the third advice I have for livestock farmers is there's a 90% chance your farm will fail if you don't visit often. See, even your manager has to be supervised. Some people might say, oh, I have a farm manager. He can connect my workers and they'll do it on their own. The manager is also a human being. He can decide to become complacent about the whole farm. Now, your manager cannot manage your farm as good as you, because your major focus is to see your farm grow, while your manager's main focus is to do a good job so that you can pay him. So if you compare somebody who's wanting salary and another person who's wanting for his farm to grow, who do you think is going to have more interest to make the farm to succeed? It is you who owns the farm. Now, hardly will your farm succeed if you don't visit often. That's the truth of it all, because everything falls to management. The three principles of livestock farming is: number one, genetics; number two, feeding; and number three, which is probably the most important, management. Because I could have animals that don't have good genetics, but if I manage them well, you that have good genetics, I'll still be making more money than you, because your farm is being mismanaged. Nothing good will come out of it. No profit, nothing. So let's try to always visit our farm. Now, if someone might ask me, I'm outside the country, how do I invest? Now, I always tell people, I'm not you. If I'm outside the country, what I would do if I was in your shoe, if I were to be in your shoe, is number one, get somebody you can trust. Get somebody you can trust. Be it your brother, your friend, or somebody who you can trust to manage your farm for you. And if possible, let them know medications. Because what is the essence of you telling your friend or your brother to manage your farm, and your brother, he doesn't know what injections to give, what feeding to give, in fact, he doesn't have the skills to manage a farm. What's the essence? Some of you say, oh, he's my brother, he can help me. See, your brother is also looking out for himself. If possible, he might even be taking your money from the farm. But you tell that nothing's coming out from the farm, but he's the one eating the money. I've had cases like people have told me something like that. That their brother was managing their farm, but at the end of the day, the farm was not making profit. Only for them to discover that the brother was taking an advantage of him. Now, if possible, get somebody you can trust. Somebody you know who has the credibility to manage your farm for you. Somebody who will be going to your farm every day to make sure that your workers are doing very well. somebody who understands that, okay, these are animals, they have their own needs, they have their own medications, they have their own feed, they need to be properly managed. That's it. Because me personally, I'm tired of you guys complaining that your farms are failing when necessary things are there on my YouTube channel to help you guys. If you watch my videos, I've always been telling you guys, get somebody that you can trust, that you can bet, oh, this guy, I'm very certain that he will make sure that my farm succeeds. And please pay them very well. Pay them very well, because money motivates us human beings to do what we should do. Nobody wants to do anything free of charge. Money motivates them. Now, would you rather be eating all the money from the farm, or would you rather split the money so that everybody will be happy and continue to do a very good job at your farm? So learn to pay people very well. If you have workers, treat them well. If you have a manager, treat him well, but make sure that he's doing his job squarely. Now, the fourth advice I have for livestock farmers is, at the beginning of your journey as a livestock farmer, focus on quality, not quantity. You know, I always tell you guys that starting with many animals, especially if you are inexperienced, can overwhelm you. Now, at your beginning stage, start with little animals and focus on quality. Now, if me, I'm focused on quality and I have 20 animals, and my friend over there is focused on quantity and less focused on quality and has 100 animals, me, that is because, see, livestock farming is all about weight, how much this animal weighs, how big it is. That's it in livestock farming. It's not what will I say? It's not how many animals you have. No, it's how well you are managing your animals, the few animals you have. Now, if my friend over there has 100 animals and they are growing lean, they are thin, they are being mismanaged, they are sick, me that has 20 animals that are getting bigger every day, if I said those 20, I'll make far more money than him, than his 100 slim, weak, bony animals. That's it. So if you are starting your livestock farm, don't rush. Are you dying anytime soon? No. At least you should know that you should pray to God not to die anytime soon. I'm not God, so I can't say for you. But we all are praying to have long lives. So let's take things one step at a time. We are not rushing. Making money is something we do till the day we die. So why are we rushing it? It's an unending process of making money. That's what we are here to do. So why are you rushing into having 1,000 animals all at once? Why can't you start small? Get the experience. After like 1 year, 2 years, you can continue to increase your animals. By that time, you have gotten a lot of experiences. And your workers, those ones that have been with you since when you started the farm, select the good ones, keep them, and sack the bad ones. That's just how to manage your farm. If your workers are doing well, treat them well. If you discover that this one is not doing well, sack him. Sack him. Now, the fifth advice I'll tell you guys is, don't start with loans. People always ask me, Chukwuka, should I start with loans? Do you want to lose both your money and your head, and the investor's money? If you are starting a farm business, try as much as possible to start it on your own. Even if it's with 1 animal, 2 animals, 3 animals, 4 animals, 5 animals. Don't go and carry money from people and invest if you don't have the experience. Because what will make the money you took from people to grow and to have returns on investment is whether you can manage the farm or not. You can't say, oh, pig farming has millions of naira in it, to goat farming has millions of naira, cattle farming, people are making money from this. Unless you go and do is to borrow money from your friends or from people or from investors and put. And at the end of the year, when you're meant to pay them back their money, you start telling them stories. It's not meant to be done that way. Try to do it on your own first. Then you can now get money from people and multiply and grow the investments. But the paramount thing is the experience. Experience is key in livestock farming. Experience is key in livestock farming. In fact, what makes management easy for me these days is because I've experienced it all. I can easily go to the farm, check, like spend 5 minutes on the farm, and I've already spotted all the things that are wrong in the farm. Why? Because I've seen it all for years. Now, if you have not gotten that experience, it's always advisable you start small so that your animals won't overwhelm you. Because animals could overwhelm you. Feeding, medication, management, they can easily overwhelm someone who has no much experience. So start small and grow big. That's the principle of it all. That's the principle of all businesses. You start small. When you know that you are not comfortable with the management and the experience, you now ask people to bring money. Let me invest, and let's grow this money and investment. So that's basically it. So like I always tell people, the things I say on this my YouTube channel are the things I feel that I should be sharing. Now, basically it's on today's video. So make sure you try as much as possible to heed to all the advices and all I've said on today's video, for your own good and for the success of your investments, because it doesn't give anybody joy, especially you, to invest money and lose it, or only to be told stories by your workers or by a farm manager. Let's learn to take reasonable advices that will help us succeed in making more money, because at the end of the day, the major aim of all of us here in this livestock space is to make money. Passion is not enough for you to succeed in farming. The need to make money and to make much more profitable money is paramount, because once you mix the need to make money and profit from your livestock farming, mix it with passion, you become like a fire that cannot be quenched. So that's basically it on today's video. So subscribe subscribe and keep following the channel. And like I always advise people, if you want to know more about pig farming, about goat farming, about cattle farming, I have ebooks on those things. They will guide you more, because there are so many things which I don't say on this channel which are contained in those ebooks, because I personally developed them from my own experiences as a farmer who has raised these animals for a good number of years. So make sure you get them, and let's keep growing this channel. And see you people in the next video. See you guys in the next video. Peace.